Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 39 of the 60 Frames No Lag podcast with your host, Porter Rock 77. What's going on, gamers? What's going on? How was your week so far? Yo, today I got a special guest. You know what I'm saying? I got the bot father himself right here. He's gonna talk about his grievances because you guys are treating him like Moses. You know, he came, you know, as the prodigal son. He left the kingdom, came back with the words of the Lord. You know, he came back with the scriptures, and he told when nobody else was fighting this war, he was there telling people, "Let my people go," and he freed y'all. You know what I'm saying? He was the one that told everybody that new console was coming out when everybody thought he was just a crazy black man on the corner asking for change, you know, thinking the world was going to end. He told you. He was the one that told you that Xbox was going to have DirectX 12. He told you all this. And now that he's taking you to the promised land, you guys want to worship false idols made of gold. You know? I'm telling you, listen, if you got saved by the Lord, you can easily die by the Lord. All right? Don't get this shit twisted. You're going to hear it first right here on 60 Frames No Lag podcast. What's going on, Bob Father?
Anything good, man. Anything smooth, man. I listen, trust me, I hear you guys' prayers and read the message. NEXTGEN, please don't go pony. Stop me going pony. All jokes aside, it ain't me going pony. But again, and this is the truth. Whether you forget the console war stuff, you know what I mean? That's just for entertainment. But as a gamer or as anything, or if you want things to change or you want things to get better or do better, you have to be honest. Like, I mean, like, I don't this direction that Microsoft was going in, and I talked about this 2 years ago. It's unhealthy. I talked about this 2 years ago, and again, like you said, everybody looked like I was crazy. I know what the hell I was talking about. That, you know, the fact that what I don't understand, or when people try to placate that, Shannon Lopton, you know what I mean, took to the stage and said for the casuals, and they showed this Disneyland, Zoo Tycoon, and Rush. They took the resource or made the money to make, like I said, to put those games in 4K, say Xbox One X enhanced, but we couldn't get a true Phantom Dust reboot or whatever case. I mean, they gave us that in original assets. You know what I mean? That's not, he said, that ain't the answer, Sway. You know what I mean? Xbox guys are not buying Xbox to play Lucky Tail. Now, that's what you call the dessert. That's the extra. Fine. I mean, that's just the bonus. But where's the meat and the potatoes? If you look back, if you go on, let's be honest here. If you look back in their biggest game this holiday season, right? I understand Forza is huge. What's going to be Crackdown? Forza is a AAA game, but it's a niche title. Not everybody's into simulation racing, such as myself. But Crackdown, that was supposed to appeal to all, the hardcore and the casual. And you know it's a problem because their big IP for the holiday season, they're not even making it in-house. You know what I mean? It's a problem there. You know what I mean? And for people to be in denial about that, you know, it's sad to say, it's real talk. How soon we forget, we used to tease Sony guys, right? Because to be real, you know, they didn't really have too many, you know, at the start of the generation, they had Bloodborne and The Last of Us Remastered. They was kind of riding off the coattail having a better version of the multiplex. And we say, wait to E3, right? Now, we're saying, wait to E3. E3 came. Wait to Gamescom came. Wait to Comic-Con.
They're gonna say Tokyo Game Show.
Wait to the Tokyo American console. Wait to the Tokyo Game. Now we ain't about to do that. We got to get the biggest knife in the drawer. We got to cut the bullshit out. We got to be honest, man. If you want things to change, you got to be honest, man. And listen, if I got to go out there and pay the price, I say, Father, forgive them. They know not what they do. I will be the sacrificial lamb. You know what I mean? I'm telling you. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, man.
Yo, when I have my little video about we're gonna talk about a little bit Ages of Empire. We're gonna talk about that. Yo, that was like a dagger. Like if the wound wasn't already cut open, Michael just came out with salt and rubbed that shit on.
That was the last straw.
Yo, when I was like, yo, y'all already preach E3, y'all preach Comic-Con, then y'all preach Gamescom. I said, if anybody makes a video preaching Tokyo Game Show, I'm flagging that video. I'm flagging. Don't even say the word Tokyo. I don't want to hear Tokyo, especially after all this shit we went through on the PlayStation side with Japanese games. Jap trash, Tinky Winky. Nobody buys that shit. Now y'all gonna say Tokyo? No, don't do it. I'm flagging. I'm purposely scouring YouTube.
He's flagging.
I'm flagging. I'm gonna message the guy. I flagged your shit.
But y'all just flagged your shit, man.
I just flagged your shit, son. You said Tokyo. You just said Tokyo. Your shit's got flagged. I'm doing it. I'm gonna put it live on Twitter. You don't even have to ask who's flagging my video. I am, motherfucker. Me, Puerto Rock. I'm flagging all videos with the word Tokyo in it.
Key Rock 77 did it.
Yo, I'm gonna stamp that shit. I ain't hiding it. I'll make a video. I'll do like every Thursday the list of YouTubers I flagged today.
Hey, yo,
I flagged this
Rock
dude.
77 did it to you.
I leave like I have like a little Joker card as my calling card. Yo, but on the real, but what tipped me off? I mean, the Gamescom was bad enough on Sunday, right? But what tipped me off was Monday when they announced Ages of Empire. And I'm thinking, yo, that's a big game, and I get it. But when they said exclusive to PC, yo, the first thing I want to know your opinion on this, because I remember maybe like 2-3 months ago, I asked what's the point of UWP, and everybody beat my head over it. You know what I'm saying? They're supposed to make development in 10 minutes and all this shit, right? So here's a clear-cut case where you could take a PC game and within hours put it over to Xbox One. But they kept it exclusive. So what's the fucking point? Like you said before, all your Xbox games are on the PC, but they're not reciprocating the favor. So this is a one-way relationship.
Yeah.
So what the hell's going on with this shit?
You know what? And again, like, you know what? I'm gonna be honest. Like I said before, like, you know what I mean? I know I may have.
Yo, someone get this man a glass of water.
No, listen, it's crazy, right? I know some people think that I'm taking shots at them, or it's not about that. I'm just talking about video games. But if the shoe fits, wear it. You know, I'm saying that, you know, you come to me, like I said, confessing your sins and saying what Microsoft needs to do. Don't tell me. Say it to them. You know what I mean? You know, I said before, I'm not one to idol worship. I don't care. I don't get a right to an Xbox Live party with Phil. That doesn't bother me. You know what I mean? I'm just being honest with you. You know, some people think I say it because it's something cool to say. When I tell you guys, I never cared about who made a video game. I understand all developer games' lives matter. I'm not saying it like that, but it's not a big deal to me. I don't look at them like they're Michael Jackson. You know what I mean? I'm not going to sit there and lie and say I haven't met people within the industry since I've been doing this. I've been telling a bull-faced lie. You know what I mean? If I come out and say that. But I say that to say this here. If you don't think, again, this is a problem, just looking at this, I'm talking about from me being a true Xbox fan, okay? That they had a better showing for a game that's a PC exclusive, you know what I mean? And then your own console, the Xbox division, you know what I mean? Whatever the case, that's coming out in November. It's a problem, you know what I mean? You had Aaron out there running around like Kratos with swords and stuff. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? You know what I mean? Well, you know, then, you know, shout out my man Maker said, well, maybe they got to take time to develop. What about the UWP? Like, we ain't gonna do that, bro. Listen, like I said, we got to get the listen. Now it's time for atonement. We got to get listen. Like I said, listen. If I had to do this, but listen, I'm telling you right now, I'm starting a movement. All right, real. You get on board, you know what I mean, or the day the Geechee's coming. Ain't no more of this shit, bro. That's it, man. Ain't no more. That was a slap in the face. That right there was a slap in the face.
He said, "This is that for atonement."
Yeah, that was a slap in the face.
Yo, Craig, I know you've been out of the loop real quick, and I know you caught up. What you think about all this? As supposedly the new voice of Xbox, what's going on?
Well, as far as Gamescom, again, I watched the conference the other day. I didn't watch it Sunday. I was at work. I don't have a problem with what Xbox is doing for the simple fact that Microsoft never came out and said, wait till Gamescom. We got a whole bunch of new stuff to show you. That was people, again, within the Xbox community. And if they do not understand at this point that Microsoft, their whole purpose at this point is they are dependent on multi-plat games. Again, they built their new console just for that. That's what they say. Okay, that's right out of Phil Spencer's mouth. And you know, the games I saw at Gamescom, I was fine with. Okay, I'm going to get Cuphead. I've said that. I was impressed with what I saw. I'm going to back those developers. They put their lives on the line. They sold their houses. Okay, because they couldn't get no money from Microsoft. So that should tell everybody that that's within the Xbox ecosystem, like myself, as the voice of Xbox, that if they're not going to give folks extra money to make their games, then what do you think their end game is? So it's just, I don't have an issue with what I saw. The Age of Empires thing, that's new to me. Again, I've been at work. I've not really seen anything.
That was on Monday. They announced it.
All right. Yeah, so they officially said Age of Empires is coming out.
Yeah, Age of Empires 4.
But it's okay, but it's not coming out. All right.
It's a PC exclusive.
Yeah, that's again, but if it sells on both, if it sells on a PC, doesn't Microsoft count that as a sale as well, something like that?
No, yeah. So the point we're trying to say is, and when I brought up with UWP, the whole point of the UWP platform, right, Windows, Universal Windows platform, is so that way they can easily port between devices. So, so you could take a PC game and port it to Xbox One within hours, or very easily, and vice versa. So far, this UWP platform has been working great when it came from games going from Xbox One to PC. We saw that with Gears. We see that with Forza. Cuphead is UWP. Crackdown, State of Decay, Forza, Forza Horizon 3, Forza 7. So we've seen all these games because of UWP is easily being ported to PC. But now we have a PC-specific game.
Right.
And despite it being UWP, they're not porting it to Xbox. It's staying a PC exclusive. So really, what is this UWP really for? Is it really for PC gamers to enjoy console games?
No, you just said it. Okay.
The software is not being reciprocated. So it seems like UWP is really meant to take Xbox games and put it on PC.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. I mean, sometimes seeing is believing. And if the Xbox community does not understand that they are going to put, what they're doing. Hey, look, like you said, it's not being reciprocated. It's for them to put their games onto the PC. I can deduce this, and it's not like I'm Sherlock Holmes. They're getting out. Okay, so it's just like, okay, they got the play anywhere thing. I'm not dissing them. This is what they're doing. It's either, if you're in that ecosystem, either accept it or get out yourself. But they've got very limited to no exclusives on that platform anymore because they are on PC. And yes, I know Sony is putting games on PC as well. So, but a good percent, like 92% of Microsoft's ecosystem is on the PC. So that should tell you, Porter Rock, look, if you are steadily moving things out of your house and you're putting them into storage, and they're not giving you anything back hardly, what is everybody going to deduce? Oh, this dude's moving. Okay, this dude is moving out. So again, I put that more on the people within the ecosystem just not truly understanding what their vision is for Xbox, which is to be a service-based console that runs multi-plats. That's their goal. And with their new console, that they're going to hit their goal. They've sold a lot of consoles, pre-ordered, but good. I just think they're getting out of it. I don't have a problem with it. I'm fine with my Xbox One S. So there are some people, though, I guess, that are scoffed. Their knees are scraped up because of the news this week from Gamescom to the UWP that you're just talking about now. Okay. Unfortunate for them that they can't see the light through the fog.
Mm-hmm. Now here's my thing. My thing has always been this. It's like 99% of the stuff I say is not even really directed at the console or the games themselves. It's the company and how they manage their brand, how they're managing the Xbox. And with the different changes of leadership that Microsoft had ever since Peter Moore left. Because I think that's when the writing was on the wall. I mean, 360 still finished strong, but I think Peter Moore left a blueprint that was so successful that there was no way for Donnie Matrick to screw it up. He did he did such a good job. He pretty much bought a Ferrari, cleaned it up, and gave the keys to Don Matrick. He's like, here you go. I already got you a custom Ferrari. Just do what you gotta do, ride it out. And now when Don Matrick tried to do his own thing, he he kind of screwed it up. He put Xbox in a bad place. And then even though he did push games, you know, because of him, you had the Rise, Sunset Overdrive, Titanfall deal, all that stuff. But he still pushed too hard on the media side, you know, with the Kinect and all that. That was his thing. For some reason, he had a infatuation with Kinect. And that pretty much messed things up. Now Phil comes in, and I know everybody likes Phil, and a lot of people give Phil credit for some stuff. But in reality, his major thing that he did was remove Kinect, which was pretty an obvious choice. I don't think you needed a Phil Spencer to make that decision. I think anyone would have made that decision. So I don't think that was like a unique blessing from Phil. Because I think anybody who would have taken over the Xbox division, that would have been the first #1 choice, because the Kinect was the problem. There was no software, and it was what made the platform $500. So if you want to make the platform not be $500, remove Kinect. And that was an instant $150 right off the top. So I think that was an easy decision. I don't think that was some epiphany that we needed Phil to do. The second decision Phil did, I think the two main decisions Phil Spencer did is backwards compatibility, which is a great thing, you know, was backwards compatibility and pushing new hardware. The problem is, and this is my big thing with Phil, and this is like almost a cardinal sin, he didn't maintain the momentum to continue the games. Just because you had, it's kind of like, you know, for those of us as children, right? And last semester, your kids come home with straight A's, right? And then this semester, nothing but F's. You're not going to go back to last semester and be like, well, it's okay because last semester you got A's. No, you got F's right now. I don't care what you did last semester. What you did last semester is over with. This is what you're doing right now. Phil forgot to continue to study for these tests. You know, it's cool that he focused. It's cool that he was smart to be like, yo, let's get backwards compatibility and we need to push out powerful hardware. Cool. That's good. But he also needed to continue with the games. That shouldn't have never slowed down. That should have been on top of with the hardware. You know, he should have never left off the pedal with that.
Well, again, that again is assuming that Phil was told that they were going to keep making and backing games. Okay, that's the whole. I think that's the whole disconnect with the Xbox.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. I can understand your point, but if that's the case, no. Here's the thing. Okay. I can get that point, but there's only one problem. Let's say if he's told you can't make new games, okay, then why the hell did Phantom Dust and Voodoo Winds come from? Then don't do anything. Well, if that's the rule you're doing, then don't waste our time with these little tidbits.
Well, is he a big fan of, he is a big personal nostalgia fan for is it Voodoo Vince? Whenever
he made the game, they don't mean anything. And here's another thing: why are they enhancing Disney games and Zoo Tycoon? That doesn't make sense.
Disney, the company, you want to get in with them. I mean, let's keep it a stack. I mean, it's $1 billion company. I mean, how much money are they making? You know,
but no one's gonna buy an 8-year-old a $500 console.
I think what Puerto Rock is, or what I was saying, what my issue was with that, Craig, is that the market and who they're targeting. I feel as though Microsoft don't know what their audience is. You know what I mean? I understand the games may do well, but what I'm saying is, again, you spend the resources, right? To the game was already out on the console or whatever the case is coming, whatever. To do the enhancements, you know what I mean? You could have took that same money, whatever, and enhanced Sunset Overdrive or enhanced Rise Cinema Room. You know what I mean? No one's mind.
Right. I agree with you, but that assumes. But did those games sell well enough? I mean, Phil's like I've heard you say, Zaire, and everybody say Phil's got a boss, and he may have pitched that to them. And they told him no. The risk isn't worth the reward.
Listen, and again, here's the thing. Again, and he does have a boss. You're absolutely right. And if their boss is telling them that make enhance of Disneyland and Zoo Tycoon for the Xbox One X, they don't know the audience. Then it's a big problem here.
That is even worse.
That's what I'm saying. Hear me out. Even if the game sold, even if Disneyland sold 5 million copies, whatever the case may be, right? You do have the Xbox One S. Your day one guys, you're hardcore, the ones that even some Sony guys who just gamers, even though they may prefer the PlayStation, they care about graphics. That's who's going out and getting the Xbox X day one, whatever the case may be, okay, for the better version of the multiplats. Those guys there are not picking up Disney or Zoo Tycoon. You know what I mean? They don't have which audience. That's all that I'm saying. Like that would, and again, what I'm saying is you found the money and the resources to do that, but you couldn't scrap up in the I think that company wanted $8 million to do a proper Kingdom Dust remake, but you wouldn't spend it in that. That's what I'm questioning. Like, what are we doing here? You know what I mean?
Well, this to me as a consumer now, it just sounds like they're trying to. I agree with you, but try to understand they know that those guys are coming. The hardcore guys are going to come no matter what. So if you're selling something and it's like, oh, I got everybody on First Street locked down, I ain't got to worry about First Street. I want to get over to Third. So I got to put something out there to try to at least get those cats on Third to come give me a look. The Disney game, I think I saw the train game that they had. I mean, it's the railroad type. They had something like that. When I saw that, I'm a big kid at heart. I saw that game. I'm like, that may be something I would be looking into. You know, that helps expand their audience. But I understand what you're saying as far as the hardcores out here. I mean, your video you did yesterday. I was like, yeah, you making a lot of good points when it comes to the hardcore. I just think there's a disconnect with the hardcore, what Microsoft's long-term vision is. I just personally think they're going to put more stuff on PC. Like Porter Rock was saying, there's way more stuff going into the PC space instead of coming back. You know, it's not being reciprocated, even though Microsoft arguably controls both those platforms. But I agree with what you're saying as far as the hardcore thing. But understand, too, Phil and Aaron and all those guys up there, they got those cats locked down. Okay, they locked those cats down.
Yo, I want to say shout out to the chat room. Shout out to 124 watching this. Hey, man, hit the like button, man. Hit that like button. I appreciate this, man. Also, we got another guest coming in. We got the LeBron James.
Oh man.
My man jumped out the Titanic before all this shit was happening. What's going on, Wolf?
Yo, what's up, man? Yo, what's up, Porter Rock, Craig? Yo, Zaire, what's good, man? What's good?
What's going on, bro?
I saw the little breakdown that you were having a complete breakdown on that video. Is it the Age of Empires video? Yeah. It was that one, right?
Yeah. Hey, I want to say one more thing. Hey, just for a little taste, I'm gonna let you guys know I'm gonna hurt some PlayStation fans' feeling in this episode too, because I'm gonna have a question to ask about. So that's actually the Super Bowl of this podcast, because we're gonna go in on that PS4 Pro. I'm gonna get a lot of people angry, but we'll tune in for that one. This one's gonna be interesting. Just stand by for that one. But let's go. Keep going. What you were saying, Wolf?
No, I was saying that, you know, the writing is clearly on the wall right here. Like, I've been seeing this from a distance, and yo, like Zaire, I remember you used to say that, you know, with Sony fans, you used to say the Sony of the old is no more. You could kind of say that with Microsoft now. The Microsoft of the old is no more, man. They're not getting the budget, you know, that Donnie D and Peter Moore had. Like, they're not getting those blank checks, man.
Well, here's my thing. Even to that, right? When I say, you know what? And again, when I say this, and I get a lot of pushback, and I get accused of being a Donnie D fanboy. You know what I mean?
I'm a Donnie D fanboy too, bro. I'm with you.
This, again, you know, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. When I ask the question again, because you know, I've never claimed to be an industry insider for the former. I never have. Okay, it's not my thing. I don't get off on that type of stuff. Okay, but sometimes I am privy to a lot of conversations. You know what I mean, from a lot of people that are within, not say a lot, a few people that are in the industry. You know what I mean? That, you know, and again, a lot of times they feel comfortable talking around me. It's been going on for a while because I don't run back and claim. It's not a big deal to me to, you know what I mean? And people talk, you know what I mean? I've been saying for a while that it's not all peaches and cream over there at Microsoft. And I raised the question, you know, just looking back when the Xbox thing, all these games that Xbox, I said to myself, we praise and we hype up. You know, we do the list and back.
Yeah, absolutely.
All that came from Donnie D. And I raised the question again, what has Phil given us? Okay, Phil took the Kinect out the box. That's a no-brainer. Cool, I'll give you that. And then what Phil's giving us the X? No, not
He's giving us like the backwards compatibility, the Xbox One S.
No, I'm putting
the custom, the design lab controllers.
No, well, forget the controls. The Xbox One X. Listen, the deal that Microsoft had in play with AMD for different stock, it was like $1.4 billion. That covered different SoCs. I covered that about 2 years ago. You know what I mean? So I was wondering, how can Microsoft spend over $1 billion to come out with a wicked console? You understand what I'm saying? That to me didn't make any sense. This is before, you know what I mean, they started talking about, before I even, because again, I was talking about these mid-generation upgrades months before Kotaku. Everybody thought I was crazy as all hell. And to answer not to answer, but to say this, nothing's done by chance when you at this level of the game, okay? That's been planned since day one, with both Microsoft and Sony. You know what I mean? They didn't just come out and say, "All right, I'm going to give you guys a mid." No. This stuff been on the drawing board. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It's just the nature of the business. And just like we already heard that the Xbox One X is not even out yet, but the new successor to the X already has a code name. That's how it goes. Once one console is out, they start to work in the R&D on what else is to come. Okay, so I did not raise a question like, again, what has Phil done for the Xbox thing? Under Phil, we have horrible marketing. Under Phil, we don't have any more third-party deals. Really, he said that's not good. That's what I'm talking about. That's not good for gaming, healthy for gaming, the whole stuff. But listen, your obligation is to Xbox, Microsoft, and Xbox fans. Okay?
Yeah, cater to your audience.
You can't bring a slingshot to Iraq and say, "Hey, we just going, who's shooting bullets?" Nah, bro, it's war. You know what I mean? And then again, like I said, what to me was just like I understand that Microsoft is PC, and I get that. Okay, that's what pays the bills for them. But even like I said to my man Seamus Black, the original godfather of the Xbox, they had this same conversation back in 99, 2000. When they was thinking, when they was getting into the console business in 2001 when the console released. How could they bring everything together? And he said back then that console gamers and PC gamers were two different audience. You know what I mean? And then again, it's like some of those guys are trying to appease to this big PC market, trying to get those guys on board when you even got this console shit down here down packet. You know what I mean? And again, I've always said this. It's not about someone else getting to play the game. Some of Xbox's biggest games has always been on PC. But
Zaire, but I don't know if it's just me, right? But I kind of feel like, I don't know, PC are getting all this love from Microsoft, right? They're getting all the exclusives, the Gears, the Forzas, and everything. They probably even get Halo 6, and they're getting their own exclusives that Xbox is not getting, and they're getting free Xbox Live.
Mm-hmm.
Where does that leave Xbox?
That's the guy though. Like, this shit is still free.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's a slap in the face, man.
That's what I'm saying, and I've been saying. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing here? You're so quick to try to appease those guys it's crazy. The PC guys are hard on Microsoft and Sony guys. You know what I mean? You're so quick to try to please them. You know what I mean? You're totally neglecting your core. Like I said before, don't forget who put you where you are. You know what I mean? I don't understand it. Like I said, I don't know the direction that they're going in.
I don't know what way is it Microsoft, but they wait too long. Like, Steam has been around for 15 years now. So obviously that's going to be the go-to platform on PC to play your games.
Yeah,
they'll go to that very distributor no matter what to play the game. All their achievements are there and everything. They're pretty much sold there. You know what I'm saying? So why would they all of a sudden just go onto Windows 10 and start gaming there?
Yeah.
See, well, let me ask you a quick question about.
Before we move on, real quick. So right. My thing is, if Microsoft made UWP for the developers to port their multi-plats between two platforms, between Xbox and PC, cool, that makes sense. Make it easier. You might
but Polrock, we haven't seen that many games.
I know that. That's what I'm saying.
Infinite Warfare. No one was playing that on PC on Windows 10. Resident Evil 7, no one bought it on Windows 10. So
I agree.
What's the point?
So I can understand that, but I don't understand if Microsoft's willing to keep a PC game exclusive to PC, why didn't they do the same for Xbox? Keep these Xbox games exclusive to Xbox, the PC games exclusive to PC, and use WP to make it easier for developers to port multi-plats across both platforms. to try to prevent situations like Lawbreakers or Hellblade or whatever. You know, it'd be like, oh, we can't port to multiple devices. Wait. If you use UWP and you make it on PC, you could put it on Xbox. It's just one code in a couple hours. There's no issue. So pretty much the game you're making on PC is an Xbox game.
Check this out. Yo, check this out, Polo Rock. I just want to rewind back to Age of Empires again. And I know, like, Zaire, that's not your kind of game. You don't really care for it like that. I get that. But it would have helped, at least, if they had Age of Empires on the Xbox One. It would make the list or the lineup a little bit more attractive.
Not only that, you know how one of the thing is, for $500 you got a pretty powerful console. So people who can't afford a $800-900 PC, you could get this Xbox One, and you get, you know, even if it's checkerboard 4K, whatever, but you get an amazing looking graphics at an affordable price compared to a PC, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
This game could have pushed that narrative, because now some PC gamers that can't afford $1,000 PC, they could buy this, plug in a keyboard mouse, and they get the same PC gaming experience with beautiful graphics. So that would have actually pushed PC guys, the ones that can't afford $700, $800, $900 for a gaming PC. You know what? I'm gonna get the One X because I could play Age of Empires. Why would I need to pay $900 for a PC when I could do it on a $500 console? You flip the narrative now. Why do I need to pay $1,000 for a PC to play Age of Empires when I could do it for $500? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you're answering your own question.
That's a window of opportunity they missed.
Well, you're answering your own question again. Look at where they're pointing the arrow. Okay, look at where they're pointing the arrow. Now, I specifically said, shout out to Zaire for the Vine on the multiplayer podcast. Why would they cater to a group of people who didn't buy the games that are on market now?
I don't know.
Okay, those games didn't sell well. Okay, I'm not dogging the system. The fact is, like Zaire just said,
you know, console or PC?
Well, on their consoles.
Well, but the thing is, PC is worse. You know how many refunds Infinite Warfare got because nobody was playing it. No one was playing shit on the Windows 10 store. It's a flop.
It still gives the developer the ability to go ahead and get their game or their product to a possible bigger audience. That's what they're doing.
But the audience is not buying it.
Listen, this is what I was saying, Craig. And you're not with the whole thing. Okay. About cater to your core, right, or whatever. And that's what any new game. You can just take this back to Sony. You'll see this or whatever. Yeah, you'll see this. If they release 10 games, 3 will make money. And just again, and a lot of those games, for whatever reason, you know, whether it's the 720p, or 900p, whatever. And again, and I think true timing has a lot to do with it. It's not no damn being true here, right? But what you do is you invest in the IP. You know what I mean? Uncharted. It wasn't and lost the juggernaut that it is right now. You know what I mean? If the first you don't succeed, try again. That's all that I'm saying. And when I'm saying get back down to the thing what I said in the dangerous place, we're back down to Gears, Forza, and Halo. That's what we're guaranteed to get a sequel to. You know what I mean? They're going to invest in those. It's very unhealthy. If you think about, when you look at the OG Xbox, maybe you can understand this. The OG Xbox, you think about what's online, Halo. 360, online, you know, Gears of War. Xbox, what is our, because again, you know, Microsoft likes the hang they had on Xbox Live. What is their defining game for multiplayer on the Xbox One? It could have been Destiny, you never know, but you know, they let that go because again, they didn't let them, you can't, again, if these developers are artists, you gotta let them create. So that's basically what I'm saying.
Do you know what baffles me though, man? They done a separate event for Age of Empires, hyping up the PC, doing giveaways of a GTX 1080 and all this Age of Empires swag, hyping the shit out of this game and leaving all the Xbox dudes out. That kind of rubbed me the wrong way, man. It really did. Like I don't know what they're trying to do. I don't know what they're trying to accomplish.
Here's the thing is there somebody that could actually create a blueprint on what to do? Because it seems like they're just like every day they're waking up to something new. Like, hey, maybe we should try this, and then they'll be like, oh, okay. Then they wake up the next day. Do they not have a blueprint on what exactly they're trying to do? Do they not have a long-term game plan? Like, hey, this is the vision. This is what is it?
Dude, you know, there's
like,
one.
Let me put this right. If you're trying to advocate the whole PC, it already failed. Look how bad it failed.
Again, but that doesn't mean they're going to give up.
Yeah, no. Here's the thing. Portal Rock is right. They've tried
failed
it with PC. They've tried it before with PC with Games for Windows Live. Yeah. Games for Windows Live was a flop.
Right.
No one cared. Yeah, I know they tried to charge for Xbox Live, but they made it free after that. People still didn't want to fuck with it. So that was already a dud. So why are they trying again?
Just let it go. It's done. They're not gonna listen. It's so bad. Windows 10 was supposed to be the competitor to Steam. That was what it's supposed to be. Mikey Burr announced he's talking with Valve to do crossplay with Steam because they can't make it. No one's buying that game because everybody's on Steam.
I mean, look, you guys are answering the question for yourselves. I said last week, they need the reason why they're executives, forget about their fanboys. When you have executives literally trying to say, we need, how come we can't do crossplay with this and that? That's their long-term plan. Again, there's a short-term plan, there's a 4-year plan, there's an 8-year plan for Microsoft. Long-term, they need crossplay to survive.
Yeah, so that way they have access to 130 million people. That's why they want crossplay.
But let me ask you this, and maybe Zaya can turn on this. If Microsoft is just trying to just put everything on everything, then at what point do you lose the identity of Xbox? What is the breaking point where there is no really Xbox? It's just you put everything on everything. You know what I'm saying? It's like I call it community pussy. If you got a wife that's fucking everybody else, what value she has? That's community pussy.
But you know what? Again,
community pussy has no value. There's no value in keeping community pussy in your house. It's like, well, what are we doing here? You're fucking every dude.
Exactly. Like, that's like, me having a girl and she's saying that IRONWOLF and Portal Rock exclusive. Like, yo, I want it to be exclusive to me. Like, what the fuck?
You know what I'm saying? She'd be like, "Oh, I'm exclusive to Zaire and Portal Rock." I'm like, "I'm not tasting this shit. Get the fuck out of here. You bugging." No.
You know what? Again, it goes back to what I was saying again. It's like they forgot, like they lost their identity. They're trying to, I guess, foolishly blur the lines between maybe PC, the console, but we're not the same. We mean, again, let's be realistic. The diehard PC guys are not out there really buying multi-plats on the PC. They're buying the Dotas, the Age of Empires, those type of games, even PUBG. Cool. That's gonna be one game that could be a big crossover between the PC and the console. But the games like, and again, I say this like I said before, by them releasing Gears 4 on PC, Forza Horizon, Record did more harm than good. You know what I mean? I've been playing Gears safely for like 2 months, 2.5 months. I ran across 2 people on PC since I've been playing it. You know what I mean?
But yo, Z, check this out though. Check this out. Here's the thing: if it was about making money on PC, why not release it on Steam? You know what I'm saying? If it's about trying to make money to have Steam,
is it clear?
You might as well have it on Steam.
Is it clear listing on Steam now?
Huh?
I think they pushed.
So.
Yeah, they pushed clear listing on Steam. They just weird, bro. Yo, Petty Gamer, I'm in all day. What you got to say about this, man?
You me? Oh,
yeah.
Man, I just feel like Microsoft scrambling. I feel like they're an Uber driver with no GPS. Like, this the house right here? Nah, man,
no, like we're not even the same borough. I said Queens, motherfucker. We in Staten Island. Oh, my bad.
I'm confused, bro.
The meter's still running, though. The meter's still running.
I'm confused, man.
Well, I'm still trying to understand what you guys don't see. Because let me tell you what I see. I see a company who put out a console, the Xbox One, that got lukewarm reception. I've got an Xbox, so I'm fine with my Xbox One S. So it got lukewarm reception. The games that they put out at the beginning, they had a really good title of launch games. They did. The first 6 months, they did drop a lot of games. Unfortunately, that ecosystem within the Xbox community that was there did not move well. So was it 2015, March or April of 2015, they start putting games on PC to help offset the sales.
Yeah, but here's what
to keep honest with you, bro, the real reason I think the ecosystem is the biggest factor. I think people are just locked in it. And that's what they like most.
But here's my thing. I can understand why Craig is hiring, but let's not pretend Sony didn't go through the same drama with the PS3.
Oh, they did.
They went through the same exact thing Microsoft went over the last 3 years. Sony went through the PS3. Right down to, listen, Matrick, Donnie D said, oh, you don't like this shit? We got 360 for you. Fucking the guy who made the PS3 says you're going to work twice as hard to buy this shit. They were both arrogant. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had their dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? And then it suffered. Low console sales, low sales for the exclusives, flops left and right. You know what I'm saying? They all had the same exact situation. You didn't see Sony jump on PC to save it. They did what they needed to do. They said, fuck it. We're going to drop the price on this thing as fast as possible, and we're going to double dip on games. We're going to even do games you guys didn't even ask for. Who the fuck asked for PlayStation All-Star Battle Royale? Who the fuck was that? Crash Bandicoot. No one asked for that, but Sony's like, fuck it. We're going to make it. We're going to make Little Big Planet card. We're going to make whatever the fuck we got to make, you know what I'm saying, to give the appearance that this console has games. Even if it's a whole bunch of shit, a couple of hits, a mixed bag, but we're just going to keep pumping out game after game after game until we completely convince the world that we are a gaming console. That's how Sony solved their problem. Because by the time the PS3 generation ended, the 360 PS3 generation ended, everybody started saying, okay, Sony fucked up in the beginning, but you see they were dedicated to the games. Yeah. So, okay, cool. We kind of forgive you.
Yeah, because they had the games to hold them down.
So now, I'm not a CEO by any means, you know. But if Phil Spencer, you know, he's a gamer just like all of us, he could clearly see what we're seeing. He clearly sees what made the Super Nintendo successful, what made the PS1 successful, the PS2, what made the 360 successful. He doesn't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to make shit up.
The blueprint is there, man.
That made your console successful 10 years ago. Just do the same shit. You don't have to make a new wheel. Just use the same shit that's always been happening. That's all Sony's doing.
Microsoft
Sony ain't doing anything new when you think about it. What is Sony really doing new? Just make a new IP, go to third party, get some exclusives, get some content, and put it out there. That's it. Yeah. They didn't really reinvent this generation. It's Microsoft that's trying to reinvent shit. Oh, we're gonna put games on PC and have you play together. Nobody wants to play with the PC guys.
They just want to make another revenue stream.
Like, we don't want that. No one asked for that. No one wants to play a first-person shooter against mouse and keyboard. That ain't fun.
What did the president of Microsoft say he wanted Xbox to be? You see, everybody forgets about what this guy said. He said, quote, I see Xbox being a service-based medium. And that's what it is.
Well, it's failing. Consoles ain't meant for that.
Well, there it is right there.
Consoles ain't meant for that. Consoles, a gaming console, listen, at the heart. I mean, I know we all got, let's cut the bullshit. We all got wrapped up on this power, resolution. I mean, we're using language console gamers never used before. Draw calls and super sampling. In reality, consoles always been the cheapest, most affordable platform to play games. It's always has been that way. At its heart, that's all it ever is.
Have you noticed this?
It ain't no damn service-based console. It's a box that plays games.
Polaroid. Have you noticed this? Since Bill Gates and Steve Ballmer just stepped down and Nadella, he became the CEO. Have you noticed the pattern where there was obviously no funding whatsoever in the Xbox brand?
That leads to the next segue. Zaire, lead this off because you made a video talking about it.
Go for it, man. Go for it.
All right. UX, supposedly, you know, this is all, you know, allegedly, that there's little funding for future Xbox projects. So Zaire, come on, preach to us, man. Give us the gospel. Give us the 316.
Well, again,
Zaire 316.
Well, again, I say this. That, you know, I've always said, not only, but, you know, it's not all peaches and cream over there at Microsoft. You know, and again, when you think of Microsoft, you think about, and again, I mean, overall, it's this $1 trillion goddamn company, one of the third wealthiest companies, not second in the world. And and I always raise the question, you know what I mean? And without just, he said, with no spin on it, how is Microsoft, or how is Sony out hustling you? You know what I mean? And people will say, well, they're saving their money to give us first party. Sony is able to
the richest company in the world.
Yeah, right. Sony is able to release new hardware, whatever they released last year, a Slim, a Pro, and a VR.
And the VR.
And have third-party deals, and have their first-party AAA that are coming out, next year. How are they able to do all that? And it's a problem, at Microsoft. Now I see crap. Somebody made a video about it. About they asked that same question to Phil, and he said no, right? But I've been saying this for a while. I would rather Microsoft spin off the Xbox division, sell it or whatever, and let it stand on its own, and gamble for itself. Because again, I don't know what are they doing. You know what I mean? And maybe it may be. Fuck it. I think they need someone else to lead the charge. Phil's a nice
guy. Zaire, here's the next question. Who would you want that to be?
I don't know. I don't care.
Amazon, Apple, Samsung.
No. Here's the thing.
Get Yoshida.
Oh boy.
Get Yoshida been there.
Hey, yo, Xbox division has enough money to stand on its own. They don't need to be bought out by anybody. I mean, but they do need someone else to lead the charge, because Phil's business is a dog eat dog world. The fact that the matter he's saying that it's unhealthy to keep things exclusive to one platform, that you don't know the fucking nature of the business. You know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean? It's all about, because again, I don't really buy too much DLC and stuff. It's not a big deal to me. I rarely sell them do, but people are all into that, getting their map packs.
That Lost Legacy, though.
Yeah, you know what I mean? No, that's I'm talking about like far as like Destiny with the DLC, time with skins or whatever. That's not my thing. You know what I mean? But I'm not knocking those that like it. But the fact that he would say stuff like that, and that didn't do them any good. You know what I mean? Because again, it's helping to push PlayStation. When you look, give you an example, right? And I said this then. You got Destiny 2, you got Call of Duty, you got Star Wars Battlefront, right? Being the biggest games probably going to come out for a while. I understand Microsoft has Assassin's Creed, but it still is not as big as those, right? You lost, well, Crackdown got pushed back or whatever. It did some good, a lot of good. If they could have had one of those big shooters, because you are most known for the shooter box that you can show off, this 4K amazing graphics and all that shit on your console. You know what I mean? And it's like, to me, they just don't get it. Even like they said with the Shadow of Mordor bundle, right? Check it out, right? You have a new console coming out in the Xbox One X, right? Where's your Shadow War bundles for the Xbox One X? You know what I mean? Do a theme console for that. Gamers like that nerdy shit like that. You know what I mean? To me, they just miss all of the big opportunities that they have. And, say what you want about Sony. I think Gran Turismo was a dog shit game. But that Gran Turismo, that one looks kind of slick. It looks kind of cool. Sony gets it. You know what I mean? And, maybe it's because, like I said, I didn't know at the time, but, the same people that handled Microsoft marketing and everything last year, Sony now has. You know what I mean? And, maybe they can go back. I don't know what the hell to do. I don't
know if anybody on the panel here could answer this question, though, but it's really been bugging me the most. Is that you got Crackdown 3 being delayed several times and everything, right? But then Scalebound got delayed once, and then it just got canceled. But they still have Crackdown coming. It's like what the hell, man? Why would you cancel that over Crackdown? You know what I'm saying? Like, anyone on this panel, I just want to know from you guys, what would you have canceled? Would you have canceled Scalebound or Crackdown?
It's not a matter of that.
I would have canceled Crackdown. Fuck that shit, man.
Here's the thing. Here's one thing with Crackdown. Let's keep something in mind.
It wasn't proven to be a big hit, though, man.
A lot of people think that game is guaranteed to come out. It's not guaranteed. All right? Now I'm gonna tell you why. Because the main selling point for that game is the cloud destructive physics. All right. But if they cannot get that cloud destructive physics down to where it's playable, they are not going to embarrass their cloud services just for an exclusive on Xbox, because that cloud service,
they will cancel the game before.
They will cancel the game before articles come out saying, is the cloud service actually a proven concept? Is these cloud services actually? They're not going to do that.
They're not going to risk it, bro, because they're not
more money than Xbox. They will not embarrass that segment of their business.
Those cloud services
cancel Crackdown before they really, you know what I'm saying?
But my question is,
if
how
that
come
shit's
no
not
other
good,
game has used that cloud-based physics?
I've been said that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if this cloud physics was the shit, why are we still talking about Crackdown? That
Bro,
shit should
they're
be
not.
in
They're not
every other
gonna
game.
risk. They're not gonna risk $8 billion of investment over one exclusive. It's not gonna happen. You're right about that.
They're not gonna do it. If they
You know
don't,
how much money they
if
spend on that
not,
shit?
if that shit's not ready, that shit's done. They'll be like, it's not happening because they're not gonna embarrass the cloud. They're not gonna embarrass the Azure servers. Those Azure servers are gonna stay pristine.
They probably had plans on releasing the game at launch without the multiplayer, right? So they see
No,
the
they
backlash.
actually all day. They said they want to launch it together.
Oh, now they do.
Now since they
now they
delayed it.
do.
Yeah.
Now that you know why? Because we start talking shit. That's why.
Yeah. No one's gonna buy crack. It's kind of like the Street Fighter syndrome. You can't release a half a game and think it's gonna survive.
Right.
All right, but hey, we did enough. So let me share my screen. I want to go on to the next topic because this is gonna lead into my PlayStation bashing real quick. All right. So this is gonna be
the conclusion of all this shit, man. We just want to play dope games, bro. That's
pretty much it. All right. So we're gonna go in. All right. So Amazon bestseller so far for 2017. Now, this is specifically. This is not the list that shows the bestsellers over the 24 hours. This is all of 2017. That's why if you see everybody, it says right here in parentheses so far. I'll make it bigger just in case some people can't notice it. Right? So this is all of 2017. And with the pre-orders, Xbox One X is at 66. It bumped up to 66. Now, you know, of course, there's going to be damage control. People are going to say, well, pre-orders, they didn't pay for it yet. Whatever. This is the interest. There's so much interest in the Xbox One X, it went up to 66, right? Now, I'm going to click on the other tab, but it's the same category so far, right? The Pro, which has been out since, obviously it came out last year, but since this is 2017, it's been out, you know, this is the sales going back to 1 January. And that's at 90. All right? So now, of course, here's the thing. This is my question. Now, not talking about individual preference for graphics 4K on PlayStation games. Not talking about that. I'm talking about the concept of the Pro. Is it a failure? Now, I'm going to give you my reason, right? And then you guys talk about it. All right? And I think I'm the one of few, if not the only person, that's not being fanboyish when I say the Pro. And I'm going to say mid-gen in general, but I'm going to wait till see how the Xbox One X does. But right now, it's the Pro. I see this mid-gen concept as a failure. I'm going to tell you why. We already know the Pro is selling 1 out of 5. That means for every one Pro that's out there, 4 PlayStation Slims are being sold. So for everyone, you know, okay? So now here's my thing. The Pro is taking the same amount of resources, time, and manufacturing, at a minimum the same, but I think even more because there's more newer hardware than the Slim. Because you still have to have manufacturing plants, you still have to have the money, and you still need to put in the time to make it. So it's taking up the same amount of resources, if not more, than the Slim, but it's only doing a fraction of the work. How is the Pro, other than personal enjoyment, but in the grand scheme of things, how is the Pro a success when it's taking so much but doing so little? It's doing only a fraction of the work. It would be like if I have an employee, you know, and one employee is doing 4 times the work while another employee ain't doing shit, but I give him a raise. Like, well, what's going on here? Somebody tell me how the Pro is not a failed concept. Now, I'm not talking about in specs or enjoyment or you get a better experience of PlayStation. I'm just talking about in general, the general idea of the PlayStation 4 Pro. Even if the thing has 6 teraflops, fuck it. Let's pretend it has 6 T-flops, 20 T-flops, 90 T-flops. Whatever T-flops you want to give it. It's only selling a fraction at the rate of the Slim, but it's taking the same amount of time, resources, and money. At a minimum, the same amount of time, resources, and money to do this console. How is this not a failure?
Look, if this shit does bad, bro, you'll never see these mid-gen refreshes again. Ever.
Craig, I know you're a Pro dude. Convince me how this is not a failure. Now, I'm not talking about your personal experience saying Horizon looks much better on the Pro. I get that. I'm talking a console that's taking the same amount of resources, money, and time to make, but doing a fraction of the work, which is going into consumers' hands. How is this not a failure?
Quite frankly, the consumer rate It's in the U.S., in the United States, as far as 4K TVs per U.S. household, is 1 out of 5. That's the truth. And so I can't say it's now. If it goes, let me get this straight. If it goes under that and it stays under that for 6 months, then you can start looking at it as a consumer and say, well, this thing didn't do well. But the fact is that 1 out of 5 people in the United States have 4K TVs, and they're right where that number is.
That's some good. That's some good.
I mean, that's the truth. There's nothing.
I didn't think of that one.
CRT TVs.
Yo, that's some BGST shit right there, bro. Bro. That's some good shit right there, bro. Yo, because I don't see the shit. Like, here's my thing. Yo, this mid-gen refresh is falling on the souls of Xbox One X. That is the only console left to make mid-gen refresh a viable idea. That's the only thing. That's the only thing that could save this concept. Because if, like, right now, of course, new hardware, you get the first 2 month sales, especially during November, December. But the real test of time comes January.
Yeah.
When there's no more holiday hype, there's no more big, reveal. It's just a normal console, just like everything else. And if One X falls off,
here's the thing, Paul Rock, man, and I'm gonna rewind back, like all the way back to the 90s and everything. This concept has been going on for decades. Like Sega been doing it with the 32X, the Sega CD, and it's already proven to be a failure, right? So this mid-generation refresh thing, this whole idea, this whole concept, obviously, I wasn't expecting it to do that great anyway, right? I think it was a mistake. It should have been a PS5. The PS4 Pro should have been a PS5, and the Xbox One X should have been a next generation Xbox. It should have been an Xbox 2 or Xbox Infinity or whatever. But yeah, I think what they want to do, because they got more games on the horizon, they got more games in development. They want to stretch out this gen as much as they can before the PS5. That's the only reason, because last generation, it shouldn't have lasted this long. And I think we're only like 4 years in this generation now. You know what I'm saying? And everything's, besides some of those Sony exclusives, a lot of games seem to be looking outdated right now. People are asking for better frame rates. People are asking for high res. Some of the games are not even reaching 1080p. We're getting 792p or 900p. So it was because of all that feedback. Sony did. You know what? Sony didn't really even have to release a Pro. I think just the regular vanilla or the slim could have held them down until the PS5. But they said they made it clear from the beginning. Andrew House said it from the beginning that this is only made for a specific gamer.
You know what though? I gotta add, this is my take, because I am.
And Phil said the same thing. It's made for the enthusiasts.
I'm a early, adopter. I'm sorry. The issue with the Pro, and this is not, again, my opinion, but it is what it is, for it to appeal to the casual, you know what I mean, that the games have to look better graphically. And I've always said that that's not the case with the Pro. And Sony, kind of boxed itself in the corner with resolution. And with the Pros and the bandwidth, they can't do both, give you better, better textures, better shaders, or they can give you a higher resolution. You know what I mean? I think that's been the biggest issue. You know what I mean? And I'll say maybe they should go back to 1080p if they can get 65 and give us better graphics. You know what I mean? You judge things, like I said, what we see, and then, like I said, to the casuals, again, it doesn't look better graphically. Gives you a higher resolution, but resolution doesn't, equate to better graphics. That's just my opinion, my take on it. You know what I mean?
Here's my thing: would Sony have been better off with no Pro, just release the Slim, but beef up the Slim to where it does 1080p at ultra settings, and it would have launched that. No, but I'm talking about, instead of focusing on 1440p checkerboard, but advertise it from the start as this is the Slim. It does full 1080p at ultra settings, and it's $350.
They can do that now.
Yeah, but I'm talking about, that's the concept they should have went. Like, no $400 Pro, just PS4 Slim, 1080p, ultra settings, $350. No advertisement of 4K whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? would have been a better route? That way, at $350, like right now, this year would have been $300, so it'd be a more affordable price. You would get the better graphics, but at a more affordable price. Would have made more sense, or do you think this 4K route is still the way to go? Even if it's fake 4K, checkable 4K, whatever the fuck 4K y'all want to
Oh, yeah, I think this 4K route is the way to go, man. It is, because if people buy 4K TVs and they play 1080p games, it's just not going to look as good.
Okay.
You know,
even with ultra settings, graphics,
you're playing on the 4K OLED, and if you're gonna play, like, let's just say a game like Rise or the older 1886.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's just
let me ask you this.
Let's
say if Sony had, let's say you got the Pro right now with whatever graphic fidelity, all that stuff, what is, and then you take another PlayStation, but this PlayStation does 1080p, but the graphical fidelity settings are ultra. Everything is maxed out. The lighting, the textures, everything is maxed the hell out.
And it's 60 frames.
And it's 60 frames. Which of the two will look better? The Pro or this PlayStation that maxes out everything?
I'll take the ultra settings with the 60 frames.
That's what I'm saying. I think that would have been that, because I think the hardcore will appreciate the 60 frames, because there's dudes who are not buying that One X simply because it doesn't guarantee 60 frames. Now, I'm not saying how many they are or whatever, but there's some dudes, they're there. What they wanted was 60 frames. When they heard 4K 60, it was the 60 that attracted them. Like, oh shit, I could play my games, but this time at a lock 60, I'm buying it. Once they heard it's up to the developer, then it's no different than what they got now. Some people are more about the frames than they are about the graphics. They want the frames.
A lot more people are about the
frames.
Frames,
you know what I'm saying? So imagine a PlayStation that guaranteed 60 frames at 1080p. You can't really argue with that. That's something that everybody resonates to. No one could be mad at that.
Just a quick question though. See Gears of War 4 on the Xbox One X.
Yeah.
It runs at 1080p 60, right? On the regular Xbox.
You talking about Gears?
The multiplayer.
Yeah.
I ain't talking about horde mode or the campaign. Yeah. Just
even on the X, it doesn't even run at 60 for the campaign. I think that's crazy.
Well, that's because
but my question is, does the multiplayer run at 4K 60 on the Xbox One X?
I don't know.
See, they weren't that transparent about that.
Well, it's gonna run at 60 because they're gonna keep it the same, whether it's native 4K or not. I hope they would, because it's an exclusive. If anyone could make the most out of this machine, it should be your first party. That's rule number one. No one should be able to do it better than your own first party. They should be always the one. That's why Uncharted always looks better than a multiplayer in terms of graphics and performance and stuff like that. Because they're the ones that always do it better. No, there's none better than your own first party studios. You know what I'm saying? That's like Forza always represent the console.
It's like McDonald's compared to a home cooked meal, bro.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I do remember, and shout out to Randall Thor. He had a guest on one of his shows a while back, and I'm going to quote this guy. He said, "Do you really think a first-party PlayStation game is going to look worse than a third-party Xbox X game?" He said it's because the first parties are going, like you said, Porter Rock, they're going to squeeze all the juice out of that orange, as they should, because they're first-party studios.
You know what's really killing? That's really killing that One X. I mean, it's not really killing, but you know what? One issue that I think Sony's pretty smart on this one. You can't give it to them, because there's no way Microsoft's going to be able to show Star Wars, Call of Duty, and Destiny on the X. Because people think, oh, when you go to Best Buy, they're going to see Destiny on one. No, they won't. Because that's all part of the marketing deal. Best Buy won't be allowed to show Destiny money on the X.
I know people want to see the fruits of this thing now.
That's what the marketing deal does. You're not going to see it. Unless you're at a friend's house who bought the console and bought the game, you're not going to see it. You're not going to see it in stores. You're not going to see it on TV. You're not going to see it on commercials. You know what I'm saying? Microsoft can't even do a live stream on YouTube. It's all part of the marketing.
Like, why didn't they do show slides and a side-by-side comparison? Like PlayStation Meeting, that's what Sony were doing. Yeah. They were saying how it looks on the Pro and then how it looks on the Slim. Yeah. And they were showing the difference. There was less jaggies on the Pro. It looks better on the Pro. And people were sold on that.
Microsoft's
they didn't sell people on it, man.
On fucking selling 4K. Really, Forza's the only big game that they got to show the power for this year.
But you're saying that you got 4K, but you got to show it though, man. Like Gamescom should have been the place where they showed. Not say that, hey, we're posting a list on MajorNelson.com and all that bullshit. Yeah. Like there was no point of that.
Yeah, but they got nothing new. I mean, I understand the older library is gonna benefit, but Halo 5 came out 2 years ago.
But don't they have Assassin's Creed?
No one wants to see that shit now.
I thought Assassin's Creed was 4K native, Porter Rock. Assassin's
well,
Creed.
that was good, you know. And Assassin's Creed, like, not knocking, it's cool. But you need the Call of Duty. You need a Call of Duty. You need Overwatch. You need, you know what I'm saying? You need the shit that sells 15 million.
Well, I've been hearing that
Overwatch.
What I've been hearing is that next year's Call of Duty, after next year's Call of Duty, the contract finishes between Sony and Activision, and this is where Microsoft need to come in and step in fast and get that Call of Duty marketing rights, man.
I mean, yo, Zaire, what you think? And like, I'll say this: one good thing, Microsoft better lock down PUBG. Lord have mercy. If they don't lock down PUBG as an exclusive, then there's no hope. You know, like don't let this be a Rise of Tomb Raider. Permanent exclusive. At least do the deal like Titanfall 1, where the first game was exclusive, and if you want to make a sequel, fine, make the sequel multiplayer. But at least this iteration, it stays on Xbox. If Phil Spencer cannot even do something as simple as that, then bro, yo, what else is there then? If that's probably the easiest answer right now. Keep PUBG exclusive to Xbox. Put it in a box, make some custom bundles, show that game off. And say, hey, this is only on Xbox. If he can't even do that, then what can he do? Somebody preach. What can he do if he can't even do that? Am I bugging out?
They need to lock down PUBG, man. They should have locked down Anthem, to be perfectly honest, man. Since they have like a good, relationship with EA, they've been in bed all generation. Like, let's not kid ourselves. Like, they should have locked down Anthem at least, even as a timed exclusive. That would have been huge. Yeah. That is the sort of game, like Zaire would say, he likes his big Michael Bay, over-the-top type, blockbuster AAAs, right? He likes that shit. Anthem, that was speaking to me in the same tone. They should have locked it down, man.
I don't know, bro. So,
it was a missed opportunity, man.
Yeah, Wolf, again, that assumes that you guys are still assuming that Microsoft is the same company they were 5-10 years ago. I mean, as far as with the Xbox, they're not. They're not.
One of their biggest mistakes, Craig, one of their biggest mistakes, man? Like, during the OG Xbox era, they should have acquired BioWare back then when they had the chance. They were making KOTOR, the original Mass Effect. Yo, they had Jade Empire, man. They had some bangers,
but here's the thing. What's stopping them from going? All right, I get.
Dragon Age could have been exclusive. Anthem could have been exclusive.
Yeah.
All the Mass Effects. Andromeda would have been exclusive. And it would have been a better game if Microsoft owned BioWare, man. It's a fact.
Yeah, Craig, I get what you're talking about. But what's stopping them from, hey, pump the brakes, put this car in reverse, we're going the wrong way. Can't they see that? You know what I'm saying?
Well, here's the thing. You got to understand that all corporations don't stop, like you just said, on a dime. They've got a short-term plan, which was to stop the bleeding with the Xbox One S. They had to start moving consoles. Like it or not, the Xbox One S did help them move more consoles. The Xbox X is their, like I said, it's their Hail Mary to Calvin Johnson in the end zone. If this thing does not, and I don't know what it's going to do, but if it doesn't do the numbers that they like, they're going to be like, all right, guys, what's the next plan? So their backup plan is to start putting more IP. Let the developers say, hey, you can develop on our platform on the X or through the platform, go to Windows. It's just, they are moving in a different direction.
But nobody said, but here's the thing. No one's buying on the, like, it can't be just me not noticing this. No one's buying games on the Windows 10 store.
I don't disagree with that. I mean, but they're still not going to just stop. They've made a decision. When you get your Xbox One S, you'll see when you activate live, as soon as you activate live, that thing will lead you to Games with Gold, that will lead to all these other services. That's what they're doing. I mean, I don't see why other people don't see it. You know,
yeah, but
I truly don't. I'm not saying that. I'm with my hands up.
They put themselves in a situation where they're gonna be damned if they do and damned if they don't, right? If they go 180 on Windows Store and say, hey, you know what, we're done with it. How about all those people who bought games on Windows 10? You know what I'm saying? They're gonna get that backlash on top of that. So it's a lose-lose situation for them, man. They put themselves in a corner.
Well, I think, I don't disagree with that. I just think you got a group of people who still think that Xbox runs Microsoft. It's the other way around. And when the president of Microsoft came down with that edict of this, I see this being a service-based console. All of a sudden, all these services are now popping up. Again, Games with Gold, Xbox Live, the Gamer Pass, the EA Access. Those are all services that people are paying for. Look, you all just saw the report. You saw the same thing I did. Microsoft software. This was on Forbes. So fuck the fanboy bullshit. Forbes ain't got nothing to do with that. Their software sales were down. Their hardware sales were down. They still cut over $1 billion check based on services. That's what they're doing.
Did you know Phil Spencer didn't even know. No, check this out. Check this out. Phil Spencer didn't even know that Shannon Loftus was actually having a Phantom Dust project, that the OG Xbox remaster in the works. He didn't even know that until like later on. And like, how could you greenlit that and all these Disney remasters, but then cancel the remake of Phantom Dust? I don't get it.
Yo,
again,
it's like she's making some horrible ass. She's making some horrible ass decisions, man.
Well, look, a relationship with Disney is worth it. As far as Gamescom, everything. I mean, real quick, because I know we're kind of running long here. Really quick here, Phil Spencer wasn't even there. From my understanding, he was not at that conference. So that speaks volumes on what they're doing. I just don't understand. To me, Stevie Wonder can see what they're doing. I just think you have some holdouts who want them to be what they were, and that's what I thought. My problem was I wanted them to do what you guys said. You guys you preached it. How they got a blueprint. They're not doing that anymore.
Yeah, I want to show y'all something.
Their core.
You back?
I'm here.
Yeah, let me show you. This isn't an Xbox, right? I'm gonna show you a picture. This ain't it. Well, wait, where you at? Hold on. Let me get back.
What is it? Pornhub? What's going on?
Let me show you something. Let me show you. This is an Xbox, right? This ain't the answer sway. This right here? This ain't the answer sway. Y'all see
Disneyland Adventures, man.
This is not that.
No, I can't see it. I can't see it, bro.
Yes, for real? Y'all can see it?
Yeah.
Oh, I see it now.
You can see it? Oh, yeah. This doesn't sell $500 hardware. This ain't it. They even had the nerve to put Xbox One X on Super Lucky Tails. I can understand they're using this game to sell the One S. Okay, little family bundle for $199. Maybe you get a free choice of Disneyland and Rush. A little family kid bundle for $199. You can buy it for your little nephew. All right, I get that. But the Xbox One X Super Lucky Tail?
That game at E3.
Yes, sir.
And they had the nerve to put the Xbox One X on it.
Well, but again, look at
if you walk in, right? Let's say they tell you, hey, Mr. Johnson, we kind of messed up your Scorpio pre-order. We ran out of the Scorpio edition, but we still got One X's, but it's the one bundle with Super Lucky's Tail. Here you go. You got this big ass box with that dude right there. Just like the box looks like this. And in fact, that's the box. It looks like this. Would you unbox it on YouTube?
That's aside. Now you see why I'm voicing my concern. You don't have the Nintendo Switch audience, okay? What are you doing? I'm not. Listen, trust me. I'm not. I barely complain. I'm the type of dude. I can go to a restaurant and get shit service. Somebody can spit my iced tea. I won't say shit. That's how I am. So if I'm voicing my opinion, you know there's a problem. What I should have did, you know what I mean? And I felt my people. I should have let up 2 years ago. No, I had faith because the same. You know, it's crazy. What I said. Maybe it's not the content of my character, but the color of my skin. I don't waver and I don't change. My opinion, like, listen, you know this. I said this 2 years ago was unhealthy. Am I right or am I wrong?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not some YouTuber that claims to be neutral that prefers the PlayStation and shit on the Xbox one day. I'm an Xbox dude. I believe the shit you say, I believe green, them are my words. Beat the behemoth, that's my shit. Sony Pony, I invented that shit, okay? Next gen no go pony. Fuck you mean? It's an issue. It's a problem. Like, come on, man. Don't get me wrong. I listen, and not to be, I said I'd rather play a AAA, you know, multiplayer than a bullshit exclusive any day. And I am a graphics whore. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong about you know what I mean? Plus, I'm a YouTuber, so you know I'm gonna get the console. But again, you know, I hyping up Super Lucky Tales. I don't blame platformers, okay? That's not my thing, you know. So again, how you say, it's how you say, would rather have it than need it. And I understand you want to cover all bases. You want to have something for everybody, which is cool. But you're negating and you're turning your back on your core. Once you lose your core, you don't have anything. Look, Shannon Lobbins took the stage and she was telling me, this is just for the casuals. Motherfucker, the casuals are not sitting back watching Gamescom. That's because they don't know what the fuck they're doing anymore.
Yeah, anybody who's watching GameCon is not interested in Disneyland or Tycoon. They're not interested. Nobody's watching that. And again, Super Lucky Tail will be more for the 1S. You put that in the 1S, a little kid bundle. Cool. That makes sense, actually.
Super Lucky Tales is that's a pretty cool looking game. It adds to the variety.
For a $500 console?
Yeah, that's
nobody's buying an Xbox.
Listen, in fact, if anything, that's a perfect game to do like a little kids bundle. You take Super Lucky Tail, you put in
Minecraft together.
Minecraft, right? The Ultimate Family Bundle for $199, not $400. Who the hell's gonna sell Minecraft, a free game, for $400 because the box is green? Yo, these dudes are bugging, kid. Yo, I don't know what. Yo, they're off the chain.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
They definitely are disciplined.
They're sitting. All right, man. Yo, is there anything else? We've been out here for a little grip. Anybody else wants to get confession off their chest? Because if not, we'll wrap it up.
Let me say this real quick about Super Lucky Tales. Really quick. Imagine your kid wants to play that game. The only place you can go, you're right, the only place you can go get that is in the Xbox ecosystem. And then all of a sudden, you turn on your Xbox and you get Xbox Live. Bam, they getting money off of you right there. That's what nobody sees.
Hey, Super Lucky Tales a game that need to come stock on the Surface. Real talk.
Maybe so. I'm not here to say the game's great. I'm just simply saying that's what they're doing now. Hey, look, we can get these people into our ecosystem, get them on Xbox Live. I've heard Xbox guys say that there's ads popping up on Xbox Live. You know, like ads, ads, like for whatever. I mean, that's what I just don't get. I don't understand why.
Even Cuphead looks good, but I don't even know. Is that even getting a retail release?
Listen,
I never heard anything about
Cuphead. I think it's only digital.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But they had the developers had to like refinance their house to get that game done.
And it doesn't have online multiplayer.
It doesn't even have co-op for launch. They're gonna patch it in later, but it doesn't launch with online co-op. It's only home, like, you know.
But Mighty Number 9 was dog shit. And that got a physical release.
Yeah,
why in this game a physical release? It makes no
at least
sense,
if they're gonna do a physical release, make it a limited run at least.
Yeah, like look at this shit, bro. I'm sharing my screen. Lucky's Tale. This is a fucking VR game that flopped. No one's asking for this game. Look at this. No one's asking. Am I seeing it? This is. I'm showing it to you. 64 Metacritic. No one's asking for this game.
Oh,
Where did
the game is out already?
Where? No. So see, people think it's a new IP. It's not. It's a sequel or a remake of this shit.
Wait.
It's on PC. It came out last year.
Yeah, it was an Oculus Rift game. It was an Oculus Rift.
Hold on, send me the link. Oh my god.
Look,
You didn't
my
know
God.
Yo, you telling me you didn't know this?
No.
look.
No.
Yo, my man's about to give up. He's like, I'm done. I'm gonna send that shit in your DM. Oh shit.
He got the Xbox One S in the passenger seat with the seatbelt off.
Oh shit. I'm gonna send it to your DM, D.
Fuck.
Yo, this is what they're
Holy
hyping.
shit,
Look.
man.
Look at this. It's a 64. A user score of 5.4.
Yo, a Polaroid.
You know
That's
what?
Lucky Tails. Bro, yo,
Holy
Polaroid.
shit.
That's Lucky Tails, right? But this is super Lucky Tails.
So it's
man.
gonna be
Come on, man.
it's gonna be super bad. That's what it is. You're not bad. You're super bad.
Hey,
I
This
feel
game-
like we're talking about a death.
This game's bad for the
But
culture.
you never know. You never know, though, man. You had Mario on the Atari, and then you had
Listen.
Super Mario,
No.
right? And they become a juggernaut.
But Mario was good.
my soul can't take no more. Fathers are getting. They know what they do.
Yo,
Lord.
look at this. Yo, Z, you thought this
Hey,
was
next
a new
gen,
IP?
it's time. Hey Z, it's time for another rant.
Hold up,
Get off of here.
hold up, Z. You thought this was a new IP? This
Yeah.
shit ain't no new IP. This is a failed Oculus Rift VR game.
Hey, I feel like Microsoft was like, "Hey, you gonna eat that piece of bread?"
Hey,
Let me take that.
This is a scrap. Yo, this game's trying to be salvaged.
Go.
They're trying to salvage this game on Xbox. That's what they're trying to do.
Here, man.
Look at this.
Wow, man.
Yo, I'm gonna leave it, and we're gonna end the show with that.
Trust me, you guys are not gonna want to miss.
Yo, that's a suicidal lineup.
Yo, we're gonna end the show
You
with
guys
that.
are not gonna want to miss my next video. I promise.
Yo, he's about to go.
Oh, shit.
Yo, anyway, hey, from the panel, to the, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you were entertained. Hit the like button, subscribe, and check me out tomorrow. We'll be at the Multiplayer Podcast. I have a feeling Zaire is about to give the panel some work with the Super Lucky Tails.
No, I think we're recording.
He gonna get this work right now. He's like,
Hey, K Mega said the game was cool. I'll think it's pretty cool.
Listen, I'm telling you, by the time Sunday comes around, BGS, I'm being able by myself. I'm like, you got about 60 frames, no lag, by myself.
you're gonna be like how I started. It's just me.
I'm gonna be numbers by myself, a one-man band, man.
Okay, Mega. Oh, I'm dying, bro. Yo, this is the dude that won't even play Neo, but he's gonna fucking play Super Lucky still. Oh shit. Anyway, people. Hey,
Tinky Winky.
yo, hey, I'm gonna do like Zaya. God bless everybody. Good night.